Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
Florence, the fiance.
And we are back.
We're back with the credits.
With the credits. And for anyone who's new, credits are our mini episodes where we talk about whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
And today, what we want to talk about is the documentary, Dear Zachary.
Yes.
And we said this at the end of last week's episode, but we're just going to reiterate. If you have not watched Dear Zachary,
stop this podcast right now.
Stop this podcast right now.
Stop
it.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. Honestly, like, it's the kind of documentary where you have to experience it like organically, genuinely for the first time before no outside influence.
About it,
exactly. So if you haven't seen it, I beg you, I beg your ancestors, go and watch it.
Then come back.
And then come back. It's fine. The episode will still be here. Do you know what I mean? And if you really want to listen to Two Girls, One Doc today, just listen to an old episode. It's fine. There are so many.
Literally, if you're on a motorway right now, hard shoulder. And
watch the documentary.
And then continue wherever you're going to.
And then continue wherever you're going to, honestly. But for anyone who has watched it, who has taken heed of, he did too. Our warning, then let's continue. Let's discuss.
I think we need to say today's the Queen's funeral, like, just to say it.
On the day of our recording,
I haven't watched anything to do with it. I've just seen like snippets online. Yeah,
for on my days also, we literally are recording in person for the first time in months, like literally.
Helps.
Yeah, Forenz has been at mine all day, and we watched a little dragon show, and then we've been chilling.
This is House of the Dragon.
House of L'Enfant.
Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
Like, come on, put some respect.
Sorry, we watched House of the Dragon.
I mean, I've been there.
What's the actual name of it? Because I know people like
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Singular.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon.
Because it's a prequel to.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons.
See, look at you. It's so funny because you were also.
I know. But this is why I say,
I believe you. I just haven't.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know what it is with you and like shows and movies. Yeah. No, do you know what it is? I feel like with you, if you don't watch something when the hype is there, then after you're like,
oh, what's the point?
Yeah, but there is a point because it's good. Like, I literally.
But do you know what it is? There's just so much to watch. Like, I'm behind on so many things. Even This Is Us, I haven't even finished it yet.
You'll get through it so quickly because it's that good. I literally watched Game of Thrones last year in like.
Okay, let's let Game of Thrones go. That one I'm not gonna watch.
No.
But House of Dragon, I'll give it to you. I'll try.
But watch it because it's good. It's like
but do I need to watch Game of Thrones?
No,
to watch
you don't need to watch Game of Thrones to watch House of Dragon, but it gives it context. Because it's a prequel, so.
But you know what I mean? But then that's what I'm saying. Then it becomes work. So I've got to watch fucking 8 seasons. How many seasons are there of the Game of Thrones?
I said.
How many seasons are there?
I can't remember, but 7. You'll go through it.
No, but you're chatting like because you watched Game of Thrones. You watched it during your work day when you're working from home, right?
No, I watched it during lockdown. So obviously I had more free time.
Okay, well there you go. Remember my point for me.
But either way, you can still do it.
And I'm mourning.
The morning awards. Whom's F off. It's just I want good things for you. I don't know why you don't want them for yourself.
No, these are not the good things I want for myself. Listen, I'm not saying I'll never watch it, but I'm just saying like it's a lot of work. Because even if you said to me, just watch the House of the Dragon, I would watch it. But you're saying no, before you do that, go and watch.
No, I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just saying to you that I don't think you're gonna appreciate it as much if you haven't watched Game of Thrones. But you can watch it on its own because it doesn't even link, because this is set like a good few hundred years before Game of Thrones.
So yes, I don't need to do homework.
No,
I can just watch it. What episode are you lots on now?
It's 5, because there are 2 more episodes of the season.
Oh, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 6.
Okay, fine. I can do that in a day then.
I don't know why you do. Okay, this is like Harry Potter. Like,
yeah, but with Harry Potter, do you know, if you've been listening to this podcast long enough, you've heard us have this fight so many times. Like, you're tired, you probably want to skip forwards. Yeah, Harry Potter. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch it, and then when I realized that I could do what I want, I was like, what's the point?
But the point is,
in fact, you've even said to me, oh yeah, next time I come around, we'll have a Harry Potter movie night.
Yeah, I actually wanted to do that.
Okay, so do that then.
But yesterday went how yesterday went, and then today it's already like. I'm going into the office tomorrow. I'm going to leave at a decent
Anyway, well, if you want to watch it, you plan it and let me know, and then we can do it.
Because it's like with Harry Potter, it's like I literally have rewatched those movies. Like I almost annually rewatch.
But then do you understand there's an element of nostalgia to the Harry Potter for you?
No, there's an element of this is fucking good.
It is, but it can be fucking good, but there is an element of nostalgia where you look back at it and you're like, oh my god, like this is amazing. It takes you back to the first time that you watched it.
Yeah, but that's not.
I don't have that.
Yeah, you don't need that to watch a good movie. It's like when my mum made me watch Grease, Sound of Music, The Prince and I. Like these movies were.
Yeah, but then you watched them as a child.
Yeah, I watched them as a child, but these movies were already like they had their time had come and gone.
Yeah, but their time had come and gone because you weren't born yet. But
you know what I mean. So like I could have said them like, oh, this is an old movie, because even when we watched them, they were old movies. Like these are visibly old movies.
I like Sound of Music.
But like I was like, no, this is a fucking good movie. Like again, those are the movies I watch annually. So it's the same vibe.
Anyway, I've said it already. When you are ready and you want us to have a movie night, organise the food, the drinks, the vibe, and then I'll come. All I have to do is sit there and look at a telly. I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay, I guess we'll wait till I move to my place.
Yeah, exactly. Then we can do a whole weekend. She's rolling her eyes. I'm in agreement with her. I don't understand what the problem is.
It's just jarring, but okay.
Anyway, all of that preamble is to avoid the sadness that we're about to experience by talking about Dear Zachary. And the thing is that like the reason we're not doing this as like a proper episode, like the reason we're doing this as a credits is because it's not so much about the documentary, it's about the case and also the themes and also the documentary. But it's like, I think just trying to go through it like, oh, this happened and this happened is not going to do it justice. Like when I was watching it, so someone on TikTok told me to watch it. Shout out to you TikTok guys. And if you don't follow us on TikTok, you should, because it's amazing over there. We're actually recording a day in the life TikTok today. And so that should be up by the time this is up. So you can go check that out. But so someone told me to watch it. Oh, sorry,
caveat. I look like caveat. Caveat. I look like shit.
She can never look like shit. And don't ever talk about my friend like that.
You sound like...
don't ever.
On The Office. What episode was it? Oh, it was when Jim was pretending to like beat himself up. And then Andy went to him and was like, hey Jim, stop talking about my friend like
my friend Jim like that. I do you know what episode I watched the other day? The one about the grandma. You know when you were like, how Angela was like to Pam. Oh, Pam, some of us don't have grandma. Some of us have to be our own grandma. It was the wedding episode. But so what was I saying? Someone told me to watch it. It's really sad. It's about the documentary, but like I feel like there's just a lot to get into. Like I watched it, no idea what it was about, literally no context. Someone just said watch Dear Zachary, and everyone else agreed and was like, it's really sad. And that was that. And I thought, okay, it's sad. Do you know what I mean? Sad things happen every day. Like it'll be sad. I cried. Like I literally was in tears. Like, oh my fucking god. And it's like the tears, this documentary is like a gradual, it's like a crescendo of shit.
Because when I started, I was like, okay, this is decent, it's all right. Like,
like it's a crime documentary, and then, people die.
It's a build up, and then next thing you're just like, nah. Like, like it was the last probably 5 minutes. I was literally, you know, when you're crying, you're like, like I was like that. I was crying it was me. Yeah, it was so sad. So essentially, the documentary is about a man called Andrew Bagby. And Andrew Bagby, first of all, let's go back, because it's directed, edited, produced, all of that stuff by his friend called Kurt. Is Kurt has he done anything else?
What do you mean? He's not famous.
No, because he's a producer.
Oh, is he? Oh, I don't know. All I know is that he did this thing.
Okay.
And so it's literally like back in the day. So he has a camcorder, like he has, tapes. Like that's the kind of vibe. That's where we are. Yeah, I don't remember the exact year. It doesn't matter. But so when it starts, you're getting this home footage, and it's kind of like you can tell that this documentary is a letter to Zachary. Zachary is Andrew's son. So you start to deduce or like infer that like, okay, cool. Andrew is the dad of Zachary, and something bad has happened to Andrew, and for that reason, Zachary's never going to be able to meet Andrew. Yeah, and so this documentary is kind of like, oh, this was your dad, this is who he was, these are all the people who knew him, who loved you now. And although it's really sad because you're like, fuck, like Andrew's dead, how does this happen? It's still very much like, I was still kind of happy. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, it's really sad that Andrew's dead, but like also he lived, and it's like you get to see him in motion. You get to see everyone who loved him. It's a celebration of his life and who he was, and like it's amazing. And so like the documentary goes on and stuff, and then like we find out that he was killed by his ex-girlfriend. So he was with this woman called Shirley Turner. Let me even get her fucking name so everybody knows. I don't even want to.
Just a crazy,
Shirley Jane Turner, a fucking stupid bitch.
Insane.
And she was an old woman as well. She wasn't an old woman, but to him, so he was, I think, like 28.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's in his late 20s. Maximum he was 28.
And then she was
like in her 40s, and she had like 2 or 3 other kids already. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just context. And then so they were together.
Everyone 2 baby daddies.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how when white people have that, it's okay.
I don't know if it's a thing where it's like society puts this stigma on black people, or if we do it to ourselves. Like if our standards for ourselves are just so high and we're just so ready to judge each other. Do you get what I mean?
I think it's society. Because
I think we contribute.
I think it's society, because if a black woman has like 2 baby daddies, it's ghetto. Especially a black woman without money.
Yeah.
But when white women have it, like it's just seen as what's the word, like they really know how to co-parent really well, or like a blended family.
Yeah.
How many like flipping Kate Hudson has how many baby daddies? Everyone's like, oh, Kate, like the ultimate hero of blended families.
Yeah, but then look at Erykah Badu, then she's baby mama. But then I do think that black people, we judge each other so highly. Like our standards for each other are crazy.
I think our standards for each other are
it's influenced by what society has, whatever.
Yeah,
So it's all
white.
Two sides of the same coin.
Always aspiring for that white,
for the whiteness and approval. Yeah. But she got bare babies, bare babies. Although her kids are kind of grown, because obviously she's like 40 something. Yeah. So he breaks up with her. She doesn't like it. She lures him to a park and she kills him. Yeah, she shoots him. And his friends know this because he's always on time. This is why you people that are late, it's concerning to me, because if I turned up somewhere and I was late, you're gonna know something has happened. Something is amiss. If Florence came and she was late, I said, maybe she's just putting on her lash, or maybe she's. Meanwhile, you've been kidnapped. You're halfway to Timbuktu.
I have nothing in response to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's no response.
So Andrew is always on time. So he's meant to meet up with his friend that night, and he says to his friend, "Oh yeah, I'm going to meet up with Shirley. So I'll get to yours by like 9 latest." He gets to 9:00, nothing. This guy's like, "Nah, something is wrong." Anyway, they find his body in a car park. She has shot him. And
shot him in the arse.
Yeah, she shot him a couple times and twice, and I think in like each butt cheek.
There must have been something about his ass that we maybe she ate it and didn't taste nice, and she was just angry as well. She's like,
I think she was just, I don't know, maybe she even missed, I don't know, because she didn't seem like she was really all there.
Oh yeah, no, she didn't seem like she was all there at
all, like ever. She's never ever been there.
Yeah, like there's
are you there? Yeah.
No, from birth she has not been there. Like,
she was never there. Yeah, never there. So then everyone, basically, when everyone just points the finger, everyone's like, bro, like she did it, like she's a crazy ex. She wasn't happy that he broke up with her. Like it was her. Also, she's from Canada. Just Canada. Just saying.
Canada is fucking wild. I thought Canada.
They have really good PR.
Literally,
it's like hippos. Really good PR.
Fucking recently they have this thing where like something about the bail, and you can be out for X amount of days, and literally one of the police, whatever's like, so you could literally be on your way to like whatever neighboring state, like state borders America, and they wouldn't be able to, like, before they'd be able to like know that something was wrong and catch you. It's something about allowing prisoners out on bail, and how like it applies to all prisoners, and like someone could go.
Which is basically what happened here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Like they're fucking weird over there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Weird as fuck. Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, so she flees to Canada, basically. And then it's just the way that Kurt edits this, and this is why you need to have watched it. To be honest, if you're still listening to this and you haven't watched it, what did we tell you?
They're stubborn.
What did we tell you?
Those that don't see
will feel or hear. Either way, you'll feel.
That could be one of my...
your foreignisms.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, and this is why it's good that you've watched this documentary, because like you get it, you know what happened.
Yeah.
Kurt's editing in this is amazing. It's so like engaging, and you can tell that he made this thing with love.
Yeah,
like
it was a labor of love.
Yeah, like it reminds me of when basically for Forensics, what birthday was it? Your 25th. I made her a birthday documentary.
Oh my God.
But it wasn't really a documentary, just a video. But basically I just got people who loved her just to be like, happy birthday, and to say sort of stuff. Yeah. And it kind of reminded me, obviously that was nowhere near this level, and also not as traumatic because no one died, thank God. Yeah.
But I would like to think if I died, I would have a documentary made about me.
Yeah, if you had the kids, then if you had it,
if I didn't have a kids, if I died today.
Okay, I think the reason why this documentary resonated so much with me is because like I enjoy like editing and like filming all that kind of stuff. So like it just made me think like, oh my God, this is literally something that I would do if Andrew was my friend. And it was just so well done, and just you can tell it's like every minute of this was like love, and it was like him being a good friend to Andrew, like till the very end, like till the very end,
past the end,
literally till infinity, in perpetuity. Like there's even a bit where he's like, like I had to kind of ask myself, like, when would I know when this was done? Like, how would I know? And it's like when it ends, I was just like, oh my God, Kurt, like you deserve the world, and I really hope you haven't done anything trash in life, because I don't want to have to take back these words. Like, you deserve the world. Like, you are an amazing person. Like,
you're doing amazing, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie. Like, never change. But yeah, so she goes to Canada, and there's just so many law things, and you just realize that this law stuff is just wild and long and just long. That's and even worse, because even though they're neighbors, it's 2 different countries, and so like extradition and stuff. So a lot of the law stuff is them trying to extradite her to America so she can stand trial, and Canada kind of being like, no, she's all right. But anyway, spanner in the works. She comes along now after she's been like arrested and stuff, and she's like, yeah, I'm pregnant, and it was Andrew's, or it is Andrew's. And everyone is like, what the fucking fuck? But then also,
I was surprised by her pregnancy, because obviously your fertility declines as you get older. So this is all, but you know what, guys, right? It's always the ones you don't want to get pregnant. They get pregnant anyhow. Yeah. He would then have gotten married and been struggling to have a baby, but this one crazy
and it's crazy as well. Pregnant. It's even crazier because it's like he's actually dead, so it's like you literally have a living seed. And the thing is, I was surprised in the documentary, but then I was also like, it's called Dear Zachary. We know it's about son. Like, why Zachary is someone.
I was confused because. Yeah, I just was confused. But
I was as well, because I thought that the baby, because in the first scene there's like a baby and they're like, oh, your uncle
I thought
Andrew
or
something.
To,
So I thought he was talking about, I don't know if they said uncle, but yeah. So I thought, anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
So then so Zachary is the baby that they have. So they do DNA tests to check that it's Andrew's baby. It is Andrew's baby. And then it's almost like, oh my God, yes, it's sad, and like your mum killed your dad.
But you have
there's a bit of Andrew, and he looks the baby pictures look exactly like him. Like, it literally is just like, oh my God, like spitting image of your father. And it's almost like, you know what, this sad thing happened, but from this, an amazing thing was born. Yeah.
Through the concrete, a rose was.
Yeah, a rose. A rose in Harlem. So yeah, it's amazing, and everyone's like, oh my God, like, wow. And then I guess that's when Kurt like starts literally, oh my God. Kurt starts, documenting everything, and like, this is who your dad was, or his friends. Everybody has nice things to say about him. Everybody. And it seems so genuine. Like, he was best man for bare people.
Bare people, yeah.
For bare people. Like, everyone fucked with him. I've never seen someone die and everybody fuck with him like this, and it's not even forced. It's just like, bro, like, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Like, everybody's like, bro, this guy is a lit guy. So yeah, the documentary kind of just talks about him and the trial. And so Shirley has the baby and has custody of the baby because she's not been in jail. All this back and forth court dates, motions and all this sort of stuff. She's not really been extradited, whatever. And like, she has the baby, and then Andrew's parents, his mom is British and his dad is American, and they move to this podunk town in Canada so they can be close to
the
baby and try and get custody of the baby. They don't really give them custody. They give the baby to Shirley, who has already proven that she's a murderer.
That's actually insane that you can kill someone. Everyone knows you killed this person.
Alleged. I guess because it's alleged. But even if someone is alleging that I killed someone, should you not still be like, just for the safety of the baby, let's just in case.
It's wild. It's insane to me.
I don't get it, man. So yeah, so they're basically now trying to get like joint custody. Like, listen, like, especially when she's in prison, like, okay, let's take care of, the baby and whatever. And she's just fucking weird. Like, and this is why I went for and said that, like, she's just not there. Like, she's just not there.
Yeah, she's weird.
Yeah, she's fucking weird. She just does some weird shit.
Very weird. Like, I think the issue's deep rooted in her brain.
She's fucking weird, yeah. And she just, like, there's even one bit where, and there's a video, I mean, you'll see it because you've watched the documentary, right? Okay. So there's a bit where like the grandma, let me even get what their names are. It's so funny because it says directed by, written by, produced by, cinematography, edited by, music by Kurt Cohen. Very Tyler Perry of him. But he deserves it, fam. He actually deserves it. Okay, let me just type. So yeah, Kate and David are his parents, yeah. And so Kate and David moved from wherever they were living to Newfoundland in Canada, and you just know from that name what kind of place it was. Dead. Yeah, you just know what kind of place it was. No offense to you, man, but you also know. Who am I to tell you? Yeah, they moved to this podunk town so as to be close to Zachary and, try and get custody. They do get like kind of like visited, supervised visits, which is so crazy because it's like,
they are not the ones that should be supervised.
Am I the one?
Mother should be fucking supervised.
Like, am I the one who's been arrested for killing somebody?
As in, and can you imagine how traumatizing that is? You have to keep engaging with your son's killer.
Exactly, and being nice because she's basically using Zachary. She's like using him as
But this is the thing. This babe is so fucking weird, right? Because it's like, You know, I'll say it later.
Bring it closer because the thingies aren't matching up. But what's it? Yeah.
There's more she does later, so I'll say it later.
Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, but she just kind of like dangles him like a carrot, kind of, and like asking for money and stuff. And it's kind of like I felt so bad for them because it's like okay, this is definitely not the same, but as Nigerians, yeah, like, you know, I don't know, I'll talk for myself, like Nigerian dads can be very like somehow and like prideful and stuff. So sometimes like you want to say how you feel, you want to say something, but you have to kind of like tiptoe around an ego, or you kind of have to like, or even just uncles, that kind of thing. Or even if you go to like high commission and you're dealing with a Nigerian man, that's
doing some bullshit.
But you need something from them. Exactly. Or you have to like tip around their ego and stuff just so you can get what you need, right? And that's kind of how it is with them. It's like they know she's moving mad, and she's just being so dumb and irrational.
But they have to like
exactly. They have to be like, oh, you know, okay, you know, that's fine. We can do this. Or you know, meanwhile, not only am I trying to fight for the life and custody of my grandchild, you killed my son and you're out here.
Literally, you're out in these streets.
Like, have I even finished grieving from the fact that
she was so weird? She'd call them like crying about like, Kate's vibe towards her, and the dad's like, can we just keep this conversation because I don't want to talk about some shit because then it's going to be
exactly don't start none, won't be none.
And this is the thing, I think she kept that baby because she just wanted to be part of their family, not in a,
and also like she wanted to be close to Andrew. So I'm like, look, I have this final piece of him.
Like she wanted that ownership of him. Like it was so good. And even the other kids she had, like we learned that like she kept them for the same reasons. Like she didn't want to be a mom. She just kept them because she wanted to have like that power over their dads.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I mean, like the fact that just anyone can have kids is like, I'm not saying that you should castrate people or whatever, but it's just interesting to me. I mean, it's not interesting because it's biology, but it's just crazy to me that like there are no qualifications. Any Tom, Dick and Shirley can just have a kid.
Do you know what I really believe? I feel like everybody from birth should be like, I think
like have a vasectomy. Or have like a whatever, and then you reverse it.
Yeah, and I literally think that you should have to go through like psychological tests and all sorts.
Because no one's even saying that you have to be perfect. Because my way of parenting may differ from someone else's way of parenting, but that way of parenting is not harmful, inherently harmful to anybody else.
I think the base level we can ask from parents is to not be like criminally insane.
Exactly.
Base level.
Just to be stable. That's all we require. But yeah, she it's crazy. So she's just doing a lot of bullshit, and there's that scene where like Zachary is like Shelley's there and Kate is there and Zachary, and then I don't know who the girl is in the middle, but she's very messy. And she's kind of like, oh, you know, I'm gonna basically let Zachary go and he will walk to who he wants to go to, and he goes to Kate every single time. We've seen it, like you've seen it,
stand it,
and she cannot stand it. Like even one time in his birthday party, she's carrying him, he's crying and reaching out for Kate. Zachary
babies
knew.
Can sense fuckery.
They can sense bad vibes. Zachary could sense the fuckery. I swear, God, he knew.
But it makes me wonder though, some of the stuff she was doing to him when it was just the two of them alone.
Like, why was he? Yeah,
because babies can sense.
Yeah,
like so there must have been some fucked up shit she was doing.
Yeah, agree. I mean, we know there's some fucked up shit that she definitely did. So why would you not carry on? So yeah, the whole documentary is just, you know, like going through what's happened and stuff like that. And there's a point in the documentary where I was like, oh my days, like, because I think he was born in 2001. Yeah, 2001 or 2002. And I remember thinking, oh my god, so he's 20. I remember being like, oh my god, he's 20 now. Like,
I literally wanted to search him up to see what he's doing.
I was about to search and be like, oh my god, has he got TikTok? Like, has he got, do you know what I mean? Like, what's he doing with himself? Because as Zachary, like, it must be so lit. Like, okay, it's sad, it's terrible that your dad died and your mum did it, but like, you have this literally award-winning, I don't know if it won awards, but it should if it didn't. Award-winning documentary about you,
and from
created with
like
love.
Also a network of people who
fuck with you heavy.
It gave me that, you know, that African it takes a village vibe. It gave me that these people were willing to be his village by virtue of loving. Literally,
even in the documentary, like, look, whatever you need, I've got you. Like, from cousins in England, from friends, even his ex-girlfriends, like everybody was like, everyone in the hospitals that he worked in, because he was a doctor, everybody loved him. Like all of his friends. Oh yeah, it's fine. All of his friends and everyone just like loved the kid. It's kind of like how I feel about my friends, even though they don't have kids yet.
Me.
Have you got kids?
No, but I thought you said how you feel about your friends. I thought you were just going to say me, as in how you feel about me.
It's how I feel about my friends when they have kids. It's just like those kids already, I'm like, I don't even care. Like, whatever those kids want, whatever they need, I'm there.
I'm gonna give it to them.
Yeah, and that's how they were towards Zachary. It's just kind of like, look, like whatever it is that you want, I'm here.
Yeah, you don't need to worry.
You don't need to worry.
Like, you've got many dads,
many men
and mums.
Exactly. But yeah, obviously I love my friends, but I would love their kids more.
Yeah,
because it's an extension of them.
Okay.
It's like, look what your love brought forth.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. I cannot with you.
This child isn't even born yet, but you love him more than me.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
100%. I'm gonna be
you, bro?
I will.
Okay. So there was this judge.
Oh god.
What
was the judge's name? Do you remember?
I can't fucking
You
remember.
need a fucking name and shame.
Literally find her.
Okay, while you're telling them, I'll find her.
So there was this judge, and she was presiding over the case of whether Zachary would be.
Oh mate, I even just remember the wedding.
Be released or whether released in Turkey, or whether she would be back in
Judge
prison.
Welsh.
What was her whole involvement? Was it whether she'd be back in prison?
No, it was about because it was about whether Shirley was a threat, a danger.
Society.
Yeah.
And this babe said, I can see no reason why, she shouldn't be allowed out. She poses no threat.
They said that although it was very targeted
at one person.
They said it was targeted to a specific person, and basically what she was saying was she wanted to kill one person. She killed that person. She's not a threat to anyone else.
And it's just like, okay, so what happens to her when she wants to kill another person? Like, even by that logic, it is flawed.
So if she now targets someone else, then what happens?
And then basically they were saying that like what this judge said was absolutely bonkers, because whilst Shirley was in prison, there were reports from a psychiatrist that this woman was very unstable.
Mate.
There were reports, like literally she had other police reports from an ex about doing this similar thing to Andrew that he did. The only difference is the day she came that he feels like she was going to be murdered.
Yeah.
He either like called the police or something, or he didn't go to me, or something weird like that saved his life. And you say that this woman, so what happens fucking tomorrow when she
targets someone else, and you're putting a child in the custody of someone who's killed someone before? It's not like she killed him in self-defense, and she lied about where she was and stuff until the police were kind of like phone records. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, you killed him.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that somebody who kills someone on purpose, because they were dumped by that person, should have a child in their care when there is a viable alternative?
As in,
is that what you're telling me?
Help me ask them.
Like
Canada.
Sort it out, love.
Are you hearing me?
Sort it out. Your maple syrup. Listen, I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. Obviously, not all Canadians, not all judges, but that particular judge,
she needs to go to hell.
She needs to go to jail.
Under the jail.
She needs to go. You are going to jail.
You are going to jail.
Yeah, it's actually so crazy. So,
we're getting to the place, aren't we?
I've been trying to avoid it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we can discuss before we get here?
No, just that the parents, Kate and David, were like, they're the grandparents of what dreams are made of.
I said it in the TikTok that I made, like, we don't deserve them. We don't deserve them. We don't deserve them. They have the self-control, the patience, the love, the care.
You know, they say love conquers all. Yeah, that's the kind of love they're talking about.
That's fam.
Oh,
I said, wait, because I couldn't. I would have gone to, and to be honest, there's one bit where they were like, listen, we just kind of said to ourselves, like, after all of this happens, that like, maybe we should just like end it. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Oh, I would have.
What are we doing here?
When I said to my sister, I was like, yeah, I would have.
What's left?
And they had what? Sorry,
that's their only son.
Only child.
Yeah.
They don't have.
Yeah,
any
the only
other
child.
Kids.
Literally the only child. Yeah.
Your only my grandma, my dad's mom used to say, the only eye used to see the world. That's literally your only. Can you imagine the only child you have? Like,
and he was only 28,
and he wasn't like those bad vibes only kids. Like,
he was Andrew
best vibes I've ever seen on
Andrew. If you are listening from heaven, because I know that's where you are,
yeah,
you are best vibes. You, and I'm sure you were annoying at times. You seemed very high energy. Do you know what I mean? But you were
best vibes.
The best vibes.
He was the best of vibes
and the best of vibes. Like Andrew, like Shirley never deserved you, and this is another thing.
Shirley didn't even deserve him as like a fuck buddy.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't even deserve to smell the burp that he burped.
Did you even see that video where like they went to some wedding and the way she was dancing like she was on crack?
She's actually mad. The thing is as well was that like obviously the only person to blame here is Shirley,
yeah,
and the devil that lives inside of her, yeah. But I feel like his friends, they all thought she was weird. They all thought something was off with Shirley, and they were just kind of like, do you know what?
But this is the thing, yeah. This is the thing I was talking to you about. I am that friend. I'll tell you, like, bro, because...
And we don't know if they did or not, and he said, oh, fuck it, whatever. But they were all tiptoeing around.
To the fact that I don't buy into that friendship. I don't buy into... If you see me doing some dumb shit, don't come to me later and say, oh yeah, like that. No.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna, like, literally, at least let it be on the record that I told you that I think this is fucking weird. And then when I'm over it and I've moved on, we can then kiki about, oh yeah, lol, what was I thinking? Yeah, we've had those moments with niggas. Yeah, cool. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, Shirley, it's not even just like, oh yeah, oh, he can't dress, or like, oh, like he's broke. No. This woman
was weird as fuck. She was unhinged. At minimum, they saw her as unhinged.
At best. Unhinged at best.
At best. Like, if you were giving it all undue credit, at best,
listen.
It was unhinged. So anyways.
Yeah.
You know, Shirley had called the dad one day and was like, oh, you know, when you guys go out, I just want to know where you are. Like, yeah, I'm sure you'd be really worried if
yes,
one day
I was just going to say that. It reached me and you wouldn't be able, and you didn't know where we were. Yeah. Because she feels like you guys are taking Zachary to places and I don't know where you are. And she was like,
be careful with the language you use because it's just coming across as like you are trying to be his parents.
And the thing is, I get it. You're the mother and you want to feel like your place is cemented in Zachary's life. Yeah. But you're fucking psychotic, yeah, and you're actually a crazy person, and you don't even have the means to take care of him. Like, you're begging for nappies and diapers and stuff, and crying on the phone.
I don't even know if she needed that. I genuinely think she just wanted the proximity to them. Yeah, I don't know how to articulate creepy. What it's very fangirl. To say, but like, yeah, it's giving fangirl. It's giving, because even the way she would talk to them, yeah, there was no self-awareness for the fact that like, yo, I killed your son. So that if it's me, I would be so embarrassed to even pick up the phone.
I wouldn't even call.
No, but like, she gives energy of like, I think in her mind what she wanted was for them to all just be one. Like, she would always encourage the meetings to be like when she could be there. Like, why would you want that? Like, I think she gives energy if she just thought that like, okay, Andrew's dead, but I can still be part of this family.
Exactly. And it's like, Zachary is my key, it's my way in. Yeah, I can be part of him as long as I have Zachary. Because otherwise, if Zachary was never born, if she never got pregnant, it would have been you going back and forth with court, going to jail, and that's it. No one would be chatting to you. You wouldn't be involved in anything. But Zachary was like a lifeline for her. It was like, oh my goodness, yes, like, you know.
So lo and behold,
so then one day
the police come to David and Kate's house and they're like, yeah, like, we don't know where this babe is. Don't be alarmed, but we don't know where she is. And obviously you're saying don't be alarmed, but your grandson is literally with like an insane woman.
With a murderer.
So Kurt goes back in time and we learned that like while she was out on bail, so this is after she's murdered Andrew by the way, she meets another guy at a bar and they start talking and like the guy's like, okay, cool, like getting to know her, and then it's like he's about to go on his second date with her and his friend is like, bro, like this woman literally killed her ex, yeah. So he cancels the date. She starts to fucking stalk this guy, calling him, trying to pop up to places where he is. On the day in question, she took Zachary to his house. She didn't even know where his house was, yeah. She had to ask for directions.
Lord. And remember, this isn't today. This is back in the day.
I don't know how she managed to find the street. Then
crazy will feel you, boy.
Got there, took a picture of her and Zachary outside of the house. And then it was by the sea. Do you want me to say it or you want to say it?
Please, you can.
It was by the sea, yeah. And the next day they found their bodies. So basically she had the only I don't know if it's a silver lining or the only positive solace you could take from this was she had drugged Zachary. So
he didn't feel anything.
He was 18 months, yeah.
It was literally, I think, his birthday.
No, it wasn't his birthday.
Was it? Oh, it was after his birthday.
It was after his birthday. He was 18 months, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, but he wasn't. No, I think it was his second. He was 2 years old.
Oh, okay, 2 years old.
Maybe, I don't know.
But she had drugged him, so he was asleep.
At least he didn't feel
anything. And then she jumped into...
She strapped him to the front of her. And jumped into the ocean, wherever the body of water was. And then that's how the two of them...
And they found him, like, his eyes were open. Can you imagine? And then they were just talking about like how when Andrew died, that obviously they cremated him and stuff like that. And then like when Zachary died, they went with him to be cremated because they just didn't want him to be alone. And she was like, the mum was crying like it was such a small coffin. Like, people saying they've never seen a coffin so small.
It's just so, like, so at this point, yeah, I literally was
bawling.
I was like, my hands, I know you can't see me, but my hands on my face, like, oh my God.
I was in hysterics.
Like, oh my God, because I at no point, and this is why the documentary is so well done as well, because it's just like, at no point did I think that this was, I literally was just the whole time thinking, okay, Shirley's gone a bit, you know, like, I just never ever thought that this was good, because when you think about everything that's happened, yeah, Andrew is dead. All of this is happening while Kurt is making the documentary for Zachary. And it's like, it's at this point where he's kind of like, okay, so what is this for? When will I know that I'm done? Like, when, like, what is this for? And then the only, like, not even the silver lining, but in fact, it even made me cry more, where he was like, you know, to Kate and David, like, this is for you. Like,
yeah,
this
that was
is
the end. They swapped
right at
it
the
from
end.
Like, Dear Zachary to
it was like, you know, it couldn't be for Zachary, like, it's for you because everybody loves you. And then you just get this montage of people just saying, we love you. I say, you're still parents. They're like, you know, you're still parents, you're our parents, like, we love you, like, you've done so much for us, like, I know we lost Andrew, but, you know, you're still there for, and I was just like,
you have this, you have that.
I was just like, oh like, God. There is no reason that any of this should happen. Like, Zachary was failed at every step.
Preventable, right? It was so, like,
and I've so many of these things are
preventable, like, crime, like, at every level. Zachary was, even with Andrew, you could say, okay, fair enough, like, nobody really could have known the extent to which she was crazy.
Yeah.
But with Zachary, it was he was failed. The only people that did not fail that boy were his grandparents.
And this is so often when children are hurt or murdered or whatever by people in their lives, it's preventable.
I was literally watching a TikTok on this guy that killed his daughter, and it was preventable.
It's always because, you know what, I'm so sorry, like, if a child gets, like, kidnapped in the shopping centre, it's, yes, maybe it was preventable, but also people are mad and they're determined that this is what they want to do today. In your own home, especially in this situation where there's, like, there's, like, agencies or whatever the fuck, law or whatever, CPS that are there to help and monitor and stuff. Are you telling me, and this fucking judge, are you telling me that you saw this woman and you thought, yeah, this is somebody fit to raise a child? What? Why is Zachary dead?
It's insane. There's actually no reason for him to be dead.
It's just so, this documentary, like, it literally,
and it's just sad because literally, like, you're like the dad was saying that when he looks back, he could have done so much more. Like, he was blaming himself. He was like, I could have killed her in the middle of the night. As in, he could have killed Shirley in the middle of the night when his wife was sleeping.
So his wife didn't know.
So she
can keep Zachary, and then he goes to jail.
Zachary, and he goes to jail. That, like, he says that's his biggest regret.
And I believe him. And I hear it. Because it's like, sacrificing, at least let me be gone to jail. Let Shirley not be able to hurt anybody else. And let Zachary live to watch his fucking movie.
And he was literally like, he didn't do what he wanted to do because he trusted in the justice system. You're
supposed to obey the law, and the justice system will work for you. And if you're innocent, you're fine. And if you're guilty, you go to jail. Absolutely not. So then when people take the law into their own hands, then now you're in jail. When Zachary would be like, I'm so sure, and he said it, David would be so much happier in jail knowing Zachary's alive than this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Me too. I would say, do you know, David, like, you took one for the team.
They knew because this woman was an insane woman with
and then another thing as well that's annoying is this whole law and all these processes to expedite. If they had just gotten to fucking America and put her in jail, none of this would have happened. Even if Zachary has to go to foster, even if it took Kate and David ages to, like, get custody of him or whatever, he would be alive today.
Literally, he would be
watching his movie.
Healthy
on TikTok,
happy
like a normal 20-year-old,
and his grandparents are still alive. So they would be taking care of him and he'd be fine.
I'm telling you, this documentary is the best and worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, and honestly, like, if you listen to this and you didn't watch it, like, I don't know what to tell you, but that documentary is
insane.
Like,
insane.
I don't even know. Like, I just wish that Zachary could have been alive to see what happened. Ultimately,
They had 2 urns on their table.
Fam.
Like 2.
You've buried your son, you've buried your grandson. Like, in one lifetime.
So the only family immediate family you have is gone. And
there's no more
people that you shouldn't have outlived. You're not meant to outlive your children. What more your grandchildren?
Exactly. And like your lineage is
gone.
Who's bag beware?
Fucking hell.
Because of a stupid fucking crazy bitch.
Do you know, it's just that butterfly effect thing though, because you just think to yourself, like, whatever day it was that Andrew met her, if he had just been a little later to where he was going, he wouldn't have met her. If he had taken a different route, like, it just shows you how you're like such a small decision can change your life. If that day he had just pulled out, she wouldn't have gotten
literally, like, there are so many times where it's like, this just didn't have to happen.
It just didn't have to happen. Guys, that's it. Watch the.
You guys have watched it obviously because you're here.
Yeah, so you're here. So yeah, it's yeah.
Do you know what? I watched it. I sent it to friends and I was like, watch it, and I was like, we have to talk about this. That the TikTok wasn't enough. I was like, no,
I cried like that. I've never cried
tears
before.
Yeah. Honestly,
it's crazy.
Please, like, guys, get in touch with us. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
You can do that on TikTok,
and
on Twitter.
If you're from Canada. And you know more about this case than we do.
Yeah.
Or
if there's context that we're missing.
Yeah, if there's context that we're missing. Or if you know Andrew Bagby or anything like about the case, then please comment on our TikTok. You know,
or Twitter. You can message us. Yeah, whatever.
Twitter, wherever. Just let us know. We're really intrigued to know more.
It's just crazy.
If you know the woman in question.
No, fuck her. If you know her, then...
but they might tell some crazies, more crazies.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about her, man. Fucking stupid bitch. I've never hated anyone so much in my life. Like, honestly, like...
Take solace in the fact that she's in HE double hockey sticks.
I hope there's a help out too, that she's there.
She there. So what are we doing next?
Sorry, I'm so heated. We're doing What is a Woman?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, are we doing?
I hope it's on YouTube.
It should be.
Okay.
Let me check it.
Yeah, we are doing it. It ties in with the James, so we can.
Yeah, so next we're doing What is a Woman? I think it's on YouTube, so hopefully it's still there. If it's not and we can't find it, then it might be a different documentary next week.
Yeah, but it's quite controversial. I've been seeing it all over my TikTok, and the guy. I don't know if it's my stream of my FYP, but
I don't know if I have the range. But yeah, no, we're gonna get into it.
It's infuriating.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. It kind of, I guess, it ties in quite nicely with the documentary we just did, the Janes, last week.
It's all about lady bits.
But yeah, so we're doing that next. In the meantime, between time, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube at 2girls1doc. TikTok is at 2girls1doc podcast. Okay. And you can email us 2girls1doc@gmail.com. Now, if you're still here, please give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcast. It really helps for more people to find us and enjoy us like you do, which I assume you do because you're still here. Also share with a friend or two, and you can send us your reviews. You can email us your thoughts, any requests that you might have. If we get enough reviews, we'll just do a credits on it and just read them all out. But yeah, I think that's everything. Housekeeping.
Yep.
Anything you'd like to add, friends?
Just if you notice your friend is with someone who you think just
is dangerous,
let them know.
And this
could be mental, physical, financial, sexual abuse, not just like, he's putting hands on her. They're all types of...
Exactly, and it's all wrong.
Yeah.
Make it be known. Let it be known that this is how you feel.
Even if you lose that friend, at least you didn't
lose her life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my 2 pence.
Whew. Wow. That really took it out of me.
Today has drained me.
Oof. Today drains me.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
What is a woman? Can you tell me that? Well, you're at the Women's March. You must have some idea. Please, if one person could tell me what a woman is.
You are not here for women. We ask you to leave.
What is that?
I'm a husband. I'm a father of 4. I host a talk show. I give speeches. I write books.
I like to make sense of things. A woman is not anything in particular.
There is not one particular thing.
It could be many things to many people.
Some women have penises, right? Some men have vaginas.
I like scented candles, and I've watched Sex and the City.
Yeah.
How do I know if I'm a woman?
That's a great question.
You're not a scientist. You're not a gender studies major.
No.
How do you know that you're a man?
I guess because I got a dick.
Can a man become a woman?
I'm not a woman, so I can't really answer that.
Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is? Do you want to tell us what a woman is?
I'm a biological woman that medically transitioned to appear like a male. I will never be a man.
And so they go on the internet and they're told that all of their problems will be solved if they become a man.
So you worry that there could be a sort of social contagion element of this?
A teeny tiny bit, maybe.
It got me at 42. Your child doesn't have a chance.
And you're affirming it with hormones that have never been used in this way.
Puberty blockers, which are completely reversible.
Completely reversible.
One of the drugs used is Lupron, right? Which has actually been used to chemically castrate sex offenders.
You know what? I'm not sure that we should continue with this interview.
So you don't want to talk about the drugs that you give to kids, or?
How can they be removing the healthy breasts of 15-year-old girls?
There are masculine girls. There are feminine boys. What are we going to do about that? Carve them up?
How can this whole thing be happening, Matt?
I wanted us to have a safe place to be able to talk about this.
Part of me wants to ask why you care so much.
I care about the truth. I care about children. I care about the women who are having their opportunities stolen from them.
Is it transphobic to tell the truth?
The interview's over. Let's turn off the cameras.
Excuse me,
They're fair. I just wanted to know, what is a woman?
and you're not gonna find out.
Based on what I'm saying, would you ever want to move to America?
They say no, never.